Means Committee.
Gentleman from Illinois is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. To pick up on my colleague from Georgia's comments about fairness, one of the provisions in this legislation deals with closing the loophole for KBR, a former Halliburton subsidiary, that used Cayman Islands to avoid paying taxes. And that is, it was discovered that in fact KBR, their company that was doing its operations in Iraq, was not paying, and consciously set up a company in the Cayman Islands, just a post office box, set up a company to avoid paying Social Security, Medicare, and unemployment insurance, which is how they became, quote unquote, the low bid. It is the company, by the way, and I'm sure you remember this, that served contaminated water to our troops, costing the taxpayers more money to take care of the health of those troops. They set up an operation in the Cayman Islands, and in fact their post office was Post Office Box 847, 1 Capitol Place, 4th floor, Shedden Road, Grand Cayman, Cayman Islands, KY1-1103. And the reason they were the low bidder? They didn't pay their fair share. And the truth is, the American people care about two things when it comes to taxes: simplicity to the code and fairness. And this is an example of the unfairness in our code. In fact, if you look at the Ugland House in the Cayman Islands, one building houses 12,000 companies who are established a post office box or zip codes or modems there, and the only purpose they're there for is to avoid paying their fair share taxes. And one of the pieces of this legislation is, in fact, to shut down the operation so companies cannot get contracts doing government work here in the United States paid for by the taxpayers, whose sole purpose is to avoid paying their fair share. The company acknowledges that the reason they set up in the Cayman Islands is so they didn't pay Social Security, they didn't pay unemployment, they didn't pay Medicare. And the way this was discovered,
time of the gentleman is
30
expired.
seconds, I'll be short.
The gentleman, an additional 30 seconds, Madam Speaker.
The gentleman is recognized for an additional 30 seconds.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. On a worker who was laid off of the 10,000 employees, went to go collect unemployment insurance, and was told, no, you don't have the money for that because you didn't pay into it. He says, no, I work for an American company, and then discovered that, in fact, he didn't work for an American company. KBR was a company set up in the Cayman Islands for the purpose of avoid paying their fair share of taxes, and it's right here on April 15th when Americans are facing bigger tax bills, higher costs for health care, higher costs for education, higher costs for gasoline, that in fact those companies that are servicing in Iraq pay their fair share and not use the tax code to avoid their responsibility. I thank the gentleman.